win over LSU. Your depth chart's a little different heading into this game. What are your thoughts and preparations for tomorrow night?
Yeah, first I want to say just thank you to everybody here with the Las Vegas Bowl. The job that's been done here this week has been tremendous. Putting on these bowl games is not a small task, and I know it takes a lot of people that work year-round, put their heart and soul into it, and you can really feel that from the day that we got to Vegas. Been very well run. They've done a great job with our players. The events, kind of the memories created, especially doing it around Christmas, has just been, the execution of it has been fantastic. So it's great to be here. Excited to be back in Vegas. We had a good start to the season, and hopefully we can finish it the same way. Obviously playing a really good football team here with the head coach that I respect very much, and Coach Elko. Job he's done throughout his career. No surprise seeing him having the success that he is having. And got a really talented team that'll be a big, obviously a big challenge for us. Yeah, our guys are excited about it. These bowl games have certainly evolved a little bit over the years, and we look forward to embracing it with some new faces, some old faces throughout the year, and a team that certainly looks a little bit different than it did. But that's just the way that it is right now, and our guys have embraced it every step of the way. We've had a great week, and we're excited, obviously, for the game to get here.
All right, for Texas A&M, which finished 8-4, back Jayden Maiava. Jayden's got local ties here to Las Vegas, having attended Liberty High School and UNLV. Just kind of curious, have you been kind of the unofficial tour guide for your teammates this week, and what's been your experience back in town?
I mean, it's been a great experience. Coach Riley, he said he hit it head on. The bowl staff and the baseball who made this happen for both teams for us. It's been a tremendous job and an awesome experience for all of us. So, yeah, some of my teammates been asking me to show different restaurants, really good sushi spot across the street. I showed them, so yeah.
Now we'll move along to senior linebacker Easton Mascarenas-Arnold, who leads a team with 89 tackles. Easton, how will you keep your emotions in check knowing this is your final game? You've got an opportunity to play this with your teammates and your brother Akil.
I think it's just like the both said, it's just a really good opportunity. It's against a really good opponent too, and this being this my last game. Got a lot of family coming out. This could be the last game I ever play with my brother, so emotions are high, but you can't let it affect you too much. I think we're going this game. Same mindset as always, not looking too far in the future, just stay where your feet are, stay grounded, stay level, and stay level-headed.
Thank you. Now we'll go along.
What have you seen from Marcel this year and his ability to step in as a redshirt freshman?
Yeah, I think it's been impressive to watch him early in his career. He's certainly made the most of his opportunities. A very talented guy, obviously a guy that that jumps off the screen with what he can do with his legs. Obviously throws the ball very well. Got a really good offensive coordinator and offensive lineman, Coach Klein, that clearly has done a really good job with him. So, yeah, dangerous player. Definitely one of the top young quarterbacks, I think, in college football right now. So, been very, very impressed with him, and no surprise to see the climb that he's had up to this point.
Okay, we'll go to the second.
I know last bowl game you guys had, in terms of availability, there weren't a ton of players left. Just wondering how that compares this time around, and in terms of how much that preparing for this has changed. I'm curious how your aims are maybe different with the bowl game now, knowing that you're going to give a lot of those young guys a lot of run.
Yeah, I think Coach Elko touched on this before. I think we've all had to adjust. Not our mindset, because you come in, you're a competitor. Obviously, you want to come in and do well. I mean, that's regardless of anything else. It's still an opportunity to play the game that we love. But certainly there is a part of this that feels a little bit like the last game of this year, and in some ways feels a little bit like the first game of the next year. Not completely. It is, for both teams. And a lot of teams across college football, you're playing with guys in new spots, you're playing with new faces. Even the preparation for it is a little bit different because you don't have your full roster availability, and so, but you got to adapt. And I think going through kind of what we did last year, I think certainly helped us. I think we were less surprised by what happened, and just kind of able to understand and have a plan ready from the beginning. But it still comes down to how your team handles it, how your coaches handle it, their mindset, their perspective on it. We've tried to just be ready to roll every single day, try to prepare hard, and I give our guys credit because I think they've done a really nice job up to this point.
Next
Ryan Young, GeorgiaSports.com. Lincoln, 2 questions for you. What's the plan at center and right tackle and your confidence in those spots? And then is there resolution on Carlos Nicholson's hope for an extra year based on the whole JUCO ruling?
Yeah, center Killian O'Connell will start. A lot of confidence in him. We actually were pretty certain he was going to start the Notre Dame game, and then Jonah was able to play right there at the end, just kind of gutted it out for us. But yeah, a lot of confidence in him. He's had a lot of reps with us. He's a really good, tough player. He knows our offense inside and out. And it's been pretty seamless up to this point in terms of practicing and obviously commanding the offense, the offensive line from that position. We'll play Tobias at right tackle. He's been one of our most consistent, I think, kind of backups throughout the year. A guy that's been able to play multiple spots. He's really made himself a very valuable member of the offensive line. So, yeah, those guys have had so many reps now together, and kind of having this lead-up time certainly has helped. So we've been able to operate. It still feels kind of like it did before the other guys were gone. So obviously a good challenge tomorrow with a really good defensive front, but confident in our guys. The JUCO ruling, I think we're all kind of trying to figure that out right now. There's some, obviously the waiver came out. It came out right around Christmas Day, so it's tough to, and say they don't always answer the phone anyway, but they damn sure don't on Christmas Day. So we're going to dive into it. Obviously, we hope it works out for DeCarlos. He's certainly expressed desire to come back and play another year. We would love to have him, and if that works out, that'd be fantastic.
Okay, down here on the first row.
And Lincoln, Luke Evans, Orange County Register. Lincoln, just in general, the Holiday Bowl last year was a huge just kind of springboard in terms of momentum for this program. How do you look at this year in general, year 3, with where you are in terms of this rebuild of USC, the importance of this bowl game and kind of putting on a show for the young guys in the program?
Yeah, I think all bowl games are important. There's a lot of teams aren't playing the bowl games. They're hard to get to, especially when you play in leagues like we do and like Texas A&M does, and it's a battle every single week. So it's a chance to showcase the program. It's a chance for young guys to play. It's another opportunity. That again, we just don't get that many in this game, and so you got to. Every one of them is valuable. Every one is important, and it's important to me and to everybody in our program that we approach it that way. So they're hard to get to. You're going to play a really good opponent. So it's certainly a great opportunity that we look forward to.
Okay, we'll go on the left side, third row, on the middle.
But I'm just curious, maybe looking back to the decision to transfer to USC, I know you were considering other options. When you look back on that decision, what kind of comes to mind, like stands out to you about what that was like? And then just, I don't know, looking back, having played a full season, what's it like to just look back on that decision?
No regret. I definitely believe in decisions that I've made in my past led me to this point today. So I'm super grateful for this opportunity for this team to just go out there and play a really good team.
And then just watching UNLV and what they accomplished this season, 11 wins, did you kind of, keep tabs and stay in touch with some of your former teammates? What was that experience like?
It was a little tough, just keeping tabs on their season, just kind of focusing on the season that we've had and the season that we're going to continue to have. So.
And then maybe one for Lincoln. I looked like yesterday or Tuesday, you spoke about maybe some of the difficulties and what needs to change about the transfer portal. That maybe Jayden is an example of, what happens when the transfer portal goes right. Do you kind of agree with that? And just what's it been like to coach him?
Yeah, listen, there's great examples of the transfer portal. A lot of them with teams that I've coached. So I'm certainly not here to say that it's a bad thing, because it's not. It's just, the answer to that, which we could sit here all day and talk about it, but the answer is, I think, a big perspective on, it's not just the portal, it's all the other things with it. And so, I know there's been a lot of examples that have come up, through this season, through the new playoffs, the positions it's putting players in, the positions it's putting coaches and staffs and universities in. It's not good. It needs to get better, but it's not just fixing one part of it. It's not just Band-Aids here and there. There's going to be, I think, a much bigger picture, a broader perspective that I think that's going to be the only way we get to the change, because the game's still awesome, right? Like college football, I know there's some stuff going on outside of it, and I think that'll get fixed with time. But the product has never been better. The game has never been better, and hopeful that we can fix it. I know a lot of us that care about the game, a lot of us that the game has done amazing things for our lives and given us great opportunities. We want to do everything we can to help make sure that it gets to the best place it possibly can. And then for Coach and Jayden, it's been tremendous. I mean, he's a team first guy. As you see up here, he's incredibly humble. He's been that way the whole way. He never expected anything other than for us to just coach him hard and develop him, and he was ready when his opportunity came.
Movement that you've seen from the defense from the day you arrived on campus to now being one of the strengths of the team with Danton Lynn as your DC?
I first want to give credit to Coach Lynn for coming in here and changing the defense around within a year. We saw him do it at UCLA, and playing for him this year, it shows that he's definitely one of the best coaches in the country. So I just want to give a quick shout out to Coach Lynn. But I think the group has improved, not even just physically on the field, but just the togetherness we got outside of playing ball. There's a lot of different guys on the field. I mean, I think 9 out of the 11 starters are transfers that came in. So this is the first time that we ever played together. And it's really hard on defense because it's a lot of moving pieces, it's a lot of reaction, it's a lot of just finding the right things to do at the right time, playing off each other. And I think we did a really, really good job. Again, give credit to the coaches for putting us in the best positions. And just give credit to my teammates. I mean, it's not easy to come into a new environment and try and take over, and especially in a new conference like we did. So I think we did a great job, especially from the beginning of fall camp to now. I think we made strides, and I think it's led into it's going to be a very, very big season for USC next year, especially with the young guys we got that are going to follow up in our footsteps.
And for Jayden, Sierra Vista, Liberty, UNLV, how much of a full circle moment is it for you to be able to be the USC football quarterback in the 9th inning?
Yeah, exactly like you said, it's full circle moment. It's crazy how I found out they were practicing at UNLV. It was a little weird at first, but I mean, just to understand that this is where I first started off at, and this is where it kind of all started for me, so super grateful.
Stay in the middle, in the 4th row on the left.
Lincoln, Luca Evans, Orange County Register. You haven't had a ton of just kind of traditional power backs at USC. Obviously, Brian Jackson seems set to play a big role. What has he shown you, in these few weeks and lead up to the bowl game, and what can he provide in terms of a little bit of elusiveness as well as that kind of frame?
Yeah, no, he and Amari both are two of our two biggest backs, probably our two most powerful backs, and so excited for their opportunity. Obviously, Woody took the lion's share of the reps this year and did a great job for us. But these guys have had a lot of reps behind the scenes. They've both been productive special teams players for us. They've both been guys that we're excited about their future. Their future's here now, and so it's a tremendous opportunity for those two to go out to show that they can do the things that great backs in our offense have to do, and then you've got to be able to do all phases well, and it's not just the power that you run with. It's hopefully get some opportunities to make some big plays when they're there. Obviously, knowing you got to be great in pass protection, you got to be great receivers. You have to do it all. So they're going to get a great chance to show why they should be the guy here, and I know they're both very, very excited for the opportunity.
All right, we've got time for one.
To Allegiant Stadium, trying to make an example to your former players and some of the local kids here in town. Does that weigh on you while you play? And when it comes to your former school, did you have anything to say to them afterward? Were you able to talk to the coach? Did you have any messages for them?
To answer your first question, it's not really heavy on my shoulders. Coach Riley and the staff and my teammates do such a great job in preparing us to just go out there for battle and just compete at a really high level. And your next question is, I've kept tabs on some of the UNLV players there. Some of them are looking elsewhere to go, but yeah.
Okay, that'll.
Yeah, center Killian O'Connell will start. A lot of confidence in him. We actually were pretty certain he was going to start the Notre Dame game, and then Jonah was able to play right there at the end, just kind of gutted it out for us. But yeah, a lot of confidence in him. He's had a lot of reps with us. He's a really good, tough player. He knows our offense inside and out. It's been pretty seamless up to this point in terms of practicing and obviously commanding the offense, the offensive line from that position. We'll play Tobias at right tackle. He's been one of our most consistent, I think, kind of backups throughout the year. A guy that's been able to play multiple spots. He's really made himself a very valuable member of the offensive line. So, yeah, those guys have had so many reps now together, and kind of having this lead-up time certainly has helped. So we've been able to operate. It still feels kind of like it did before the other guys were gone. So obviously a good challenge tomorrow with a really good defensive front, but confident in our guys. Yeah, the JUCO ruling, I think we're all kind of trying to figure that out right now. There's some, obviously the waiver came out. It came out right around Christmas Day, so it's tough to, and say they don't always answer the phone anyway, but they damn sure don't on Christmas Day. So, we're going to dive into it. Obviously, we hope it works out for DeCarlos. He's certainly expressed desire to come back and play another year. We would love to have him, and if that works out, that'd be fantastic.
Okay, down here on the first row.